Hello traders and welcome to my channel. In today's strategy I'm going to be teaching you how to catch spike using an additional setup. Please, if you missed the first one where I talk about how you can catch spike using the code setup, please kindly watch the video I explained initially. But in this video I'm still going to share with you how the strategy works and how we can catch spike more accurate using this particular setup. Now on today's strategy, we have different indicators. That is, we have some indicators in window 1 and some then a particular indicator in window 2. So the additional indicators are the ones in the window 1. Before I give you the setup, please, if you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe, because here in my channel I discuss everything about synthetic indices and how you can trade them and make money on a daily basis. And if you want to trade synthetic indices like a pro, I have a software put together that I use to analyze charts, and then I use them to trade. I don't use them to scalp, I use them to trade normally. And these setups are very effective. You can check my WhatsApp number in the description below if you're interested. You'll get it, but make sure you have a laptop. That one is not for mobile phone, it is for laptop use only. So and if you want to see it, there are videos where I made talking about how you can use them. You can check the channel where I discuss some of the ways you can use them to analyze chart. And okay, all being said, on today's strategy I want to talk about how you can catch spike at the appropriate time, because there are different strategy out there telling you when this indicator crosses this indicator, you should place your buy order for boom and sell order for crash. But if you notice that anytime you try it, you usually don't get it. Most of the time, before the spike comes, you are in a huge loss. So today we'll be talking on how you can reduce those loss and make a better profit. Alright, okay, let me show you the settings, but please make sure you watch this video to the end so that you understand how to use this setup. Otherwise, if you skip this video, you might not get it correctly and you might think it does not work or it's not working. So now let's go to the setup. For those of you who are new, when you want to put indicators onto your chart, this is where you click. Mine is in the hashtag. If yours is in dollar, click on it. So when you click on it on window 1, because there's nothing in the main chart, on window 1 we have the average directional movement index, which is the ADX. Use this setup. If your background is black, use background black, period 50, positive DI 3, negative DI 3 also, but the background color. Then the levels, here are the levels. You can see the levels, so make sure you do exactly as I do. Then let's move to the other indicator. Still on window 1, we have the commodity channel index, which is the CCI. You see the setup, no level, just leave the level, period 14, apply to typical price, then use 3pixel, any color of your choice. Lastly, on that window 1, we have the moving average, then simple close, use any color of your choice. Then lastly, on window 2, you only have the, forget the level, all we just need is the digit I'm going to explain to you. Now when you come to the chart, what we want to see before we take spike is we want to see our green line, which is the ADX line, want to see the ADX line, which is this green one. We want to see it in between level 10 and level 0. That is our first lookout. The second lookout is we want to also see the black, the moving average, and the CCI in that same level. When they meet around the axis, when they meet at a point like this, then expect a spike. But before you take a spike, what we do again is we want to make sure that our RSI level is around between 2.0, if possible 1.0. Once you should hold it up to when it gets to 2.0 or 1.0, then you can open, because when you open at that moment and the spike comes up, the spike will go longer. The spike will go very longer. It will go very longer. So it should be around 2 and 0. That means it should be around 2 point something or 1 point something. Then if you hold it, then you get to 0.00, then close that trade. But just make sure when these conditions are met, most especially this one in window 1 are met, the chances are usually high. The chances of spike is usually high. And lastly, you see now when you move this thing like this, you notice that the black line did not shift from that level. So for you to know that the spike is going to come, if the black line is in that point, when you move it like this and it doesn't move, it doesn't shift, it still maintains that place, it shows that there's going to be a possibility of spike. Now you see the difference between others. Can you see this one? It doesn't move, which indicates that there's going to be a spike. So anyone you try to move and it moved, maybe you shift it back and it's painting, it shows that spike is not going to hold. And even though it's spike, you can see, those ones did not hold, but the one that hold will not move. Can you see it? So make sure that when its price is at that zone, you try to move your chart like how I'm moving it now. If it doesn't move, it shows that the probability of the spike is going to be very high. But when you are trying to move it and it's moving, then it shows that the spike is not going to come. So this is the hack we are using, guys. Make sure you try this out on 1 minute time frame for both crash and boom index. On any of them, guys, this is a bomb. It works. You can see anytime you are moving it and it's moving, it shows that the spike is not going to come. But you see this? Can you see, guys? So please, you can practice this before you start doing it. This is one of the best strategy, guys, to make it. Now don't forget the conditions. Make sure that you can see now we can't look for spike for now, because we want to see this ADX line touching level 10, just exactly where the CCI line, it should be touching level 10 or level 0, just like the ADX line, the green one there. Then we also want to see this black line in that same zone. Then when they are at that point, you move your chart to make sure that the black line is not repainting. Make sure it's not repainting. That means it's not moving. So because if it's moving, you still need to hold it until you get to a point where it's no more moving. Then you now check your RSI digits here. So when it's around 2, you can then open your charts. You can open a trade you can place a trade rather, for safety purpose. So that is it, guys. Try it out and let me know. I'll still be bringing more strategies to you. Please, if you have yet not subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe, put on your notification bell, and then kindly share so that we can grow this channel so that others can come in and benefit. Cheers. Love you guys.